So I fixed my lights and the Jeep's been running well. But of course, when one light goes off, others come on. And if you drive a Jeep, you know this one probably. Come on, man. So if you haven't figured it out yet, I like to do a lot of my own repairs to my vehicle. This one definitely is driving me a little crazy this week because if I don't turn off my traction control, my car, for whatever reason, believes that it is slipping or it's losing traction. So then my ABS and traction control kick on and it starts to decelerate me and I can't really get up and go. So I just turn off my traction control and everything seems to be working fine, and I'm able to drive okay. So on my way to get the sensor now, and hopefully that takes care of the issue, because that is a pretty cheap, easy thing to swap out on the rear, and I'll show you that today. So I checked the codes on my Jeep Wrangler to figure out what was kind of going on. It's my rear speed sensor is causing the issues based on the codes that I was getting. So it looks like this. It's a pretty easy repair to do, a cheap repair to do yourself. If you have basic skills, don't pay someone to do this. Save yourself a little bit of money. All right, to make this repair, you're gonna need a 1/4 inch ratchet and an 8mm socket, and that's all you're gonna need to be able to swap out this sensor if everything goes smooth. So let's do this. So this harness clip that you see right here, the connector plugs into the sensor or ABS speed sensor that's right in the back of this, and then replace the sensor and hook it all back up, hopefully. I've seen it be pretty tough to get this off because of the way the clip is on here. Well, I broke it. So I just went ahead and cut it off. I'm gonna have to go get a replacement part for this. If you break this off, don't stress out. I'll show you how to repair this at the end of this video. Just click on the link to see how to replace the connector because obviously that's not gonna be able to go back on. It won't hold the sensor anymore at this point. Yeah, he probably could have been a little more gentle than me, but I'm no expert, and it's a clip. It's not gonna be too expensive. No real difference between the wires. One's solid green and one has a light blue line on it. From looking at the new plug, the top is positive, so the solid green, and the bottom is, or the one with the light blue stripe, is the negative. So I just need to make sure when I hook up the new connection that I have that correct, otherwise the sensor won't work properly. Keeping things exciting, folks. All right, so time to go ahead and remove the sensor since that's jacked up. So now you can see the old sensor right there and the 8mm bolt that I need to take out to be able to put the new one in. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on taking that out. Now that I have the bolt out, time to remove the sensor. So here's the old sensor. You can see it's kind of dirty, but this is the one that failed. And here is the connector that I busted the top off. You can see how there's no top really left in there. There is a little red clip right here that goes in the top like this that connects into here, and that's what fastens it all together. The problem is, since I busted the top of this out, it doesn't hold. So, I mean, I could push it in there as hard as I want, push that clip in, which it should just hold, and you can see that it's just gonna keep popping out. So that's why I had to replace it. If you wanna see how I replace this connector, I'll leave a link at the end of this video so you can go see that. It should be a real short one on just replacing the connection here so that this will work. But other than that, that's it. All right, so now that the old one's removed, I just need to put the new sensor in. So just get it straight on there and it should slide right into the slot. And then you just need to line up the screw hole and just push it on. And then once you have it there, you just need to put the 8mm screw back in. Now that it's bolted on, I just take the connector and secure it into place. It should clip, just like so. And it's not going to come off at that point because it is fastened on. So that should be it. All right, so I'm going to take the scanner, plug it in, and just see if the code is gone. So initially the lights are still on after changing out the sensor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook up the scanner and clear the code and see if it cures itself. So here we go. So I hit erase and I want to erase all anti-lock brake DTCs. I hit yes, and it's gonna erase them all. Erase was successful. And no ABS DTCs are presently stored. So that should take care of the problem. I have no more lights on the dashboard. Definitely fixed the problem. That's all it took to fix it. It was the speed sensor like I thought. Didn't go as smooth as possible because the bracket definitely is difficult to get off like everybody says. And I broke it and had to replace it to make it all, back to good. Do you want to see how that all went down? Check out the link at the end of the video. If you like what I'm up to, subscribe. Make sure to hit that like button. But you definitely need a good scanning tool. Suburbia Dad out.